In this video, we'll take a look at the Buick rear gasket, which looks like this in your packet. So find this drawing. The setup is going to be similar to the last one, where we're just going to start with a big cross in the middle, and then find all our center marks and the angles. So I kind of started it already. I have the center mark. I have the two circles that were given as 4 1/8 diameter is the white one, and the one on center layer is 2 3/8 radius. You notice there's a third circle though. It's 3/8 out from the 4 1/8. So if you offset the 4 1/8 circle out 3/8, you'll get the third circle. So that's the next thing I'm going to do here. So I'm going to go offset and set it to 3/8. And that is now the third angle, the third circle. I started putting some angles in. This is the 25-degree angle. There's another one that goes up here over this way 25 degrees. So it looks like 90 plus 25. So that's going to be 115. So hit tab, 115. And then we have another one down here. And this looks like it's going 90 minus 25. So that's going to be tab 65. So those three are 25 degrees. There's also one here that's 11. So right here I'm going to go, let's see, that's 180 minus 11. The numbers are getting smaller, so 180 minus 11, so that's going to be tab. We're going to go 169. Those are your, oh, let me double check I did that one right. So those will be the angles, and those will help you to get the centers of each circle. And if you want, you can use your angle dimension tool and double check that they're right. See, 11, and the other one should be 25. Now the other thing I want to do, I want to get the center point up top and the 2 on the bottom. So up top, we're going 3 3/16 up. So I'm going to offset 3 3/16 up, and then down, we're going 2 11/16. So that'll be my next step here. So offset 3.1875 is 3/16. And offset this one and go up. And then offset 2.11/16 is 6.875 and go down. Now I also need to go over left and right. 2.5 to the left, 2 5/16 to the right. So offset 2.5. And then offset 2.3125 is 5/16. The other thing with this drawing to get to those center points, that'll put us here at the bottom. The radius is 11/16. So now we want to draw a line up 11/16. And that'll get us the center point for those two bottom circles. So an 11/16 radius, I'm going to switch this to visible layer so I can see it better. From right here, I'm going to go up 11/16. And same thing on the other side, go up 11/16. And now I can draw in those circles. 11/16 radius, and same thing here, 11/16 radius. So those are the two circles on the bottom. Eventually, I have to clean some of this up still and kind of trim some of it. The one up top is 3/4 radius. Okay, so that's going to be right here, 3/4 of a radius. We also need to get this one, so we're going to go over 2 inches from here to here. So I'm going to do another offset. So offset 2. And then this one is up 2.5. So it goes over 2. And then it goes up 2.5. And that gets you to this center point. So up 2.5. So that'll be another offset, 2.5. It's going to be this one right here, since I went over 2. And the radius of that one is 25 30 seconds. So now I pretty much have all my circles in there, at least on the outside. I got to get these two little circles on each side, like in these little like nubs, I guess you could call them. So the little circle is, let's see, the little circle I believe is 5/16, and then, or they're 1/2 inch diameter. Sorry, these are 1/2 inch diameter. Yeah, there's 4 of them, 1/2 inch diameter, and then the outside is a radius of 7/16. And where you see that on your plans right here, 7/16. These are the same. So that's also 7/16. And then the 4 holes, which are a 1/2 inch diameter. And they're on the 25-degree angle here and the 11-degree angle there. And that's going to intersect with the green center circle that I have. Okay, so first I'll start with the little circles, the diameter. And again, make sure you're getting it, you're intersecting with the green center circle. That's going to be 0.5. And then the radius, same center point here, is 7/16. What I'm going to do, I'm actually going to take those two circles, select them. I'm going to copy from the center point, and I'm going to copy that one over to here. And I can also take the little circle and copy again in that same center point, and one of them is going to go here, and the other one is going to go down right here. Okay, so at this point now I can start kind of cleaning this up maybe, or turn off your construction line. I need to start doing some TTRs as well. Remember, for the last drawing, to do these 3 curves, we used the tan radius circle. We can use that again here quite a bit. We can do that with this 5/16 radius, the 3/8 radius, this 3/8 radius, this 1 3/16 radius. So we can use the TTR quite a bit on this one as well. So if I go back here, for instance, up here, if I go tan radius, I'm going to click this circle and the white circle. And that one is a radius of 1.1 3/16, which is 1875. And I can do TR enter for trim. I'll keep this, get rid of this. There's one down here with a radius of, I'm going to click this circle, and that one's a radius of 3/8. Again, TR enter for this one. I can trim that. Over here, there's another one, so tan radius. We're going to go this outside white circle, and then this circle, and that's also 3/8. So you go TR enter, get rid of that. And then finally, there's one over here, which is a 5/16 radius. So tan radius, I'll click here, I'll click there, and that one's 5/16. And I can trim that, keep the 2 big white circles, get rid of this. To do this one here, we have a 5-degree angled line here. So if you look here, we have this 5/16 radius, but there's also a 5-degree angle. If you remember a few drawings back on the Buick gasket, how we had to do angles that were tangent, you had to type in like at 5 angle 5, or at 5 angle 40, or whatever it is. So in this case, we're going to stick with our 5. We don't know the length of it, so we're just going to put 5, and we can always trim it. We do know the degrees is 5, so it's going to be at 5 angle 5 to get this one. So I'm going to grab a line. And if you remember, we had to go into our O-snap settings and clear all and just have tangent on. And I can just grab that like this. And now I'm going to go, holding the shift button, hit the at symbol, 5. Holding the shift button again, hitting the angle symbol, and 5 again. So at 5 angle 5. So now we have a line that is 5 inches, which is obviously way too long. We'll trim it. But more importantly, it's 5 degrees. So I'm going to do TR enter. I'll keep this circle and get rid of that. And now I can do that 5/16 fillet right here. I'll use the fillet tool for that. So F, enter, R, enter, and this is going to be 5/16. Now I can kind of start cleaning up, trimming it a little bit. Like this circle I can trim. I can keep this. I can keep this. I'm going to get rid of that. Same thing. This circle can be trimmed. I'll keep this, and I'll keep this. Just going to kind of clean it up, trim it. Got to trim on the bottom. This circle here can also be trimmed. Actually, we'll do TR, enter. We also want to trim out that. And then same thing with this one, TR, enter. We're going to keep this and get rid of that. And then TR, enter. I'll keep this and then get rid of this. I can also get this out of here. That white circle that we offset out 3/8 of an inch, you'll notice most of that gets trimmed as well. So I just did TR, enter, enter, and I'm just kind of trimming that out. A little piece there. I'm going to get rid of it up here. This little piece right here. I also have on those little nubs a 5/16 radius fillet. 2 on this side, and then the one on this side on the top. So that's a 5/16 radius fillet. So we're going to go back. So we'll do F, enter, R, enter. Set it to 5/16. And I can keep this and this. Hit enter. So it kind of curves it, and then there's this one on the top here. So the overall outside shape of this looks pretty good. I should probably connect this with a visible line. Oh, I got to go into my O snaps now, turn everything back on. I forgot to do that. And we need to connect the line across the bottom. I'm going to turn my construction lines off for a second just to kind of see where I'm at. This line could be deleted. So it's looking pretty good. I can delete this. I can delete this. The center circle too, eventually I'm going to trim some of that up. At this point too, I could start putting some center marks on there. So I could switch to center layer, go to annotate, center mark tool, the big one in the middle. So put some of my center marks on there. I'm going to go back to home. I'm going to turn my construction layer back on. Some of these circles have to be, or these angles should be switched to a dimension layer, and I got to kind of drag them back a little bit. Or actually, we can leave them not dimension. We want to put them on a center layer, and I need to kind of clean them up a little bit and drag them back. They shouldn't be so far out. You know, something like this. This one can go in a little bit. You know, that one can go down here. This one needs to go in. So you just got to, at this point, you're cleaning up, trimming things up a little bit. The green center line circle, we need to trim some of that. So it looks something kind of like this. We don't need all of it. I got a little bit down here, a little bit here and there. So I need to trim some of it. But when you're done, it should look something like this. One other little tricky part is getting this 11-degree dimension or 5-degree dimension before you turn the construction lines off. I'll switch to dimension, use angular, and actually use that construction line to help you get the 5-degree dimension. So you have something to click on. If I turn construction off, I have nothing to click on there. When you're done, you're going to set this one up on ANSI A Portrait, 1:1 scale.